Tonight on Connecticut's news station, lightning hits an apartment complex causing a fire. We'll go to Meriden, where nearly 100 people are without a home. Plus, one group is bringing awareness to keep you safe while driving. Details on the move over law and why you should take it easy on the roads. And a new look at the dedication of a fallen Hartford police officer. How a community is coming together to honor Officer Robert Bobby Garton.
Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Carmen Chow. We begin on the weather watch tonight. It's been very unsettling storm-wise, plus the humidity this week. Will conditions improve overall in the coming days? Let's hear from meteorologist Sam Samperi. Hey, Sam.
Hey there, Carmen. Well, unfortunately, conditions will not be improving anytime soon. And speaking of lightning and thunderstorms, we still have more of them on. It's been thundering and lightning all afternoon and all evening for many parts of Connecticut this afternoon. Zooming in, and you can see more lightning strikes, heavy rain, and it keeps training. It keeps coming up from the south. What's going on here is we have a stall boundary, and the front isn't moving anywhere, so we continue to have these cells moving along here, just a different view. And now, just within the last 6 to 8 hours, I put 12 hours, we've picked up 1 to 2 inches of rain with locally higher amounts, and we even had a report of a half-inch hail earlier this afternoon over in Windsor. Temperatures are very mild and muggy. I want you to note one thing here. Look at New Haven at 80, 77 Bridgeport, but 67 Torrington. So a front drape right across our region here, and that's why we've been having the precipitous rain all afternoon and evening. Dew points are in the 70s in southern areas, 60s in northern areas. Put this into motion. The rain will start to dissipate in the next couple of hours. You're still going to hear some thunder and lightning as we head towards midnight. That's when things really settle down. And then during the afternoon, once again, here we go. We'll fire up with scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout the afternoon. So overnight, temperatures holding to near 70, and then more showers fire up tomorrow afternoon as we move along, and some of them could come down pretty hard with those on and off scattered showers and storms. Now, all eyes are on Hurricane Lee. The 5 o'clock update, the 11 o'clock will be coming in within the next hour. This thing is spinning. It's a Category 3 hurricane. It hasn't really lost any strength, and it's moving to the west-northwest. It is going to stay away from the islands and begin to turn north and northwest. And coming up, I will detail when that will happen, the possible ramifications, and all the other details we have to talk about on the Fox 61 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes. Carmen?
All right, Sam, thank you. The show of support still very strong tonight for the Hartford Police Department as they mourn the loss of one of their own killed in the line of duty. The memorial outside Hartford Police Headquarters continues to grow in honor of Officer Robert Bobby Garton. He was killed following a crash late Wednesday night. Garton's partner, Officer Brian Kearney, was injured in the crash and is in the hospital. Throughout the day on Friday, community members and those who knew him paid their respects. One local group is raising awareness tonight about Connecticut's move over law. The law requires all drivers to slow down and move over lanes when they see any vehicles with flashing lights stopped in the shoulder of a highway. An event was hosted today by the Towing and Recovery Professionals of Connecticut at the Xfinity Theater in Hartford. The nonprofit is made up of local towing companies from all over the state. Move Over CT Day featured a parade of responder vehicles and other family-friendly activities, but organizers say the event's main message is a lot more serious.
Although we have a move over law, it isn't really being enforced and it isn't really being followed.
And people don't realize, the motoring public, that, you know, towers are the most people killed on the side of the road in emergency situations, more than law enforcement officers.
The dangerous reality on full display at this scene in Fairfield last month when a driver crashed into a fire truck on I-95. Fire crews were there extinguishing a car fire on the highway when a pickup truck hit the fire truck, and luckily no one was hit. New tonight in Manchester, the restaurant La Placita del Mofongo on Broad Street will be closed temporarily after a fire broke out Friday night. Officials say the fire started in the kitchen but was partially put out by the sprinkler system, so the situation was quickly placed under control. There were no injuries, and the restaurant posted on Facebook saying they will try to reopen as soon as possible once repairs are finished. The cause of the fire is under investigation. And now to Middletown, where firefighters responded to Country Club Road around 5 a.m. today after reports of smoke coming out of a home. When crews arrived, the smoke eventually turned into flames but was put out with the help of multiple agencies. Luckily, officials say the homeowners were not home at the time, so there were no injuries. The fire marshal's office is investigating the cause of the fire. Hartford police are currently investigating after a man was found stabbed to death in his apartment. Police were called to York Street just before 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Police say there are several cameras in the area and are actively reviewing the video to learn more. Detectives are requesting a search warrant to go into the apartment to look for additional evidence. Police say the family is cooperating with police.
We're starting from scratch here, so we're doing interviews now. We are interviewing families, being very cooperative. Imagine it was very tough for them to discover that. We're dealing with them, offering what services we can.
Police believe the victim may have been alone in the apartment for several hours before being found. Police were also towing a car as part of their investigation. They have not identified a suspect or made an arrest. This marks the 29th homicide in the city of Hartford this year.
We've seen domestics this year. We've seen things we don't normally see this year. It's just, I say it all the time, you see a lot of personal beefs that quickly escalate to violence, where maybe that wouldn't have happened in past years. Just, hard to pinpoint.
Police say it's still too early to determine a possible motive. This remains an active investigation. Anyone with information is asked to call Hartford Police. And we'll continue to follow the story and bring you any new details as they become available. To Derby, where one person is dead and several others are injured after a car crash on Roosevelt Drive. The fire chief says crews were called around 7 o'clock last night for a two-car crash. When they arrived, a woman had already died at the scene. Officials say 3 other people were in that car and were brought to the hospital for injuries. The driver of the second car was also taken to the hospital. Their conditions are unknown at this time. The crash happened on Roosevelt Drive between Collins Hill Road and Lakeview Terrace. Officials say this is typically a busy road that has had fatal crashes in the past.
We've had multiple crashes on this road, multiple fatals.
Yeah.
So
this is a cut through from 84 to 95 to 91. So a lot of vehicles come this way. So this is a very active road. So it definitely will be impacting both directions right now.
One firefighter was bit by a dog that was taken out by one of the cars involved in the crash. That firefighter went to the hospital to be checked out. Shelton Police is also on scene assisting with this investigation. The fire chief says while the crash is under investigation, the wet roads may have been a factor. Primary elections are just 3 days away, and here in Connecticut, the races are heating up. In New Haven this morning, Mayor Justin Elicker was joined by several elected officials at his re-election campaign headquarters to endorse his candidacy and rally volunteers ahead of the big day on Tuesday. We also spoke to 2 Democratic candidates vying for the mayoral seat to hear their visions for the Elm City.
New Haven is very much a leader around the state on everything from the amount of inclusive growth that we're seeing to the amount of support that we give to individuals experiencing homelessness.
I'm looking forward to November being a unity candidate, and where everybody, every voter from every party has a chance to have their voice heard and decide who the next mayor will be.
We've knocked on doors in every ward twice, all 30 wards, and then we've hit a couple of wards a third time as well. And we'll be out there all weekend talking to more voters, getting more people out to vote.
Fox 61 has a breakdown of everything you need to know before heading to the ballot box. Just head to our website, fox61.com, for more information on the races, the candidates, and what to expect at the polls on Tuesday.